Folks, today we're going to be diving into a super small AI stock that's all the buzz right now, SoundHound AI, ticker symbol SOUN. Now, we've covered Sound on the channel here many times last year, but she's been pretty quiet up until now. It just came out that NVIDIA took a big bet on her, throwing a very small but relevant fraction of its trillions in market cap into the stock. And in an environment where nearly every AI stock is running, people are saying, maybe I should bet on her too. But folks, this isn't just an AI stock, it's the leader of the vocal AI segment. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what that means. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down what SoundHound does, why NVIDIA likely bought them, why they are running, and we'll discuss whether it is a sound idea to buy SoundHound. And then, of course, we'll be concluding with the risks, the negatives of SoundHound, and some of the challenges that they're likely going to be facing moving forward. And the only thing we ask in return for all of the research that goes into a video like this is that you hit that ravishing like button and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. And as always, never buy a stock just because we talk about it here on the channel. You need to be going off and doing your own due diligence and forming your own convictions. Okay, folks, so what is SoundHound AI? Well, SoundHound AI specializes in developing advanced voice-enabled AI and conversational intelligence technologies. For example, SoundHound for Restaurants utilizes voice AI technology to enable phone-based ordering systems. It allows customers to place orders through an automated system that understands naturally spoken language, enhancing efficiency and customer experiences. This system can handle complex orders, answer questions about the menu, and process transactions, reducing pretty dramatically the need for human staff to manage phone orders and helping restaurants operate more efficiently, especially during peak times. You can see how if you're a company now having to pay upwards of $20 an hour for a job that used to only pay 10, well, you can see how it now might make sense more than ever to pay a small fraction of that via subscription fee to SoundHound AI. At its core, SoundHound AI is focusing on making it possible for machines to understand and respond to human voice commands in a very natural and intuitive way, and it's working. This technology is being applied across various platforms and devices, including smartphones, cars, smart home devices, and other consumer electronics, enabling them to perform tasks, answer queries, and even engage in conversations as if they were human. Now, what makes SoundHound AI's technology special is not just its ability to recognize natural words, but also understand the context and nuances in human speech. This allows for a much more accurate and human-like interaction with the technology, making digital assistants more helpful and engaging and actually useful. Now, I know what you're thinking, Charlie, wait a second. I thought that this is something that Siri already does or Alexa already does. Well, sure, but this is a whole other level. SoundHound AI distinguishes itself quite a bit by its ability to perform far more complex tasks, listening to far more complex natural language, answer far more nuanced questions, and even dive into much deeper conversations. It also is able to identify songs by just a person's humming. But anywho, the context here, SoundHound has been in this game for a while. It's a super early mover. SoundHound AI was founded in 2005, and being nearly 20 years into the voice AI game is setting it up to be a big winner right now as everyone else is rushing to play catch up. But how do they make money? Where's the moolah in this, Charlie? Well, the advantage of already being around for 20 years is they do have a lot of customers paying their fees. SoundHound AI generates revenue through several streams, primarily focusing on licensing its voice AI technology to companies across various sectors, including automotive, consumer electronics, and hospitality. They offer customizable voice AI solutions that businesses integrate into their products and services. Additionally, SoundHound monetizes its music recognition app through advertisements and premium subscription services. Strategic partnerships and collaborations with major brands also contribute to their revenue, leveraging their advanced voice recognition and natural language understanding technologies for diverse applications. Now, it's worth mentioning that, of course, while these are ways that SoundHound makes money, it's really just revenue, and overall, when you look at the bottom line, they're still losing money. Welcome to AI euphoria in 2024. But they are on a steady trajectory of improvement, which is indeed something. But anyways, back to the reason why it is running right now. It was just revealed that NVIDIA has a major position in SoundHound AI, which is causing tons of people to buy the stock and increasing the value of their holdings by a ton. NVIDIA, now the third most valuable company in the world, is also known for its strategic investments in promising technology firms, specifically centered on processing and AI, and this move to buy SoundHound is being perceived by markets as a strong endorsement of SoundHound's AI technology and market position, leading to what's now a massive positive reaction in the stock price. NVIDIA also has some other big holdings in AI and or other chip companies like Arm Holdings, which we've talked about on the channel, NanoX, Recursion Pharma, and Two Simple Holdings. But SoundHound is getting some of the most attention here because, quite frankly, it's one of the most eye-catching and arguably easy to understand concepts. Now, aside from the hype around this disclosure, the truth is NVDA barely has any shares. I mean, at the time of this report, they had some 1.73 million shares, which I mean, honestly, isn't that much. If Sound climbs to $4 a share, that's just under $7 million in holdings. Not a lot for a company worth nearly $1.8 trillion. But I think the bigger story here is that NVDA and many other players had big belief in Sound early on. Throughout its history, SoundHound AI has attracted significant investment, raising $40 million by June 2015 from investors like Global Catalyst Partners and TransLink Capital, among others. In January 2017, the company raised some $75 million from giants such as, yes, NVIDIA, but also Samsung. By May 2018, SoundHound's valuation reached $1 billion, further solidified by a $100 million funding round led by Tencent, Daimler AG, and others. In November 2021, SoundHound announced a SPAC merger with Archimedes Tech SPAC Partners Co., which we actually covered at the time, leading to its listing on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol SOUND in April 2022, and a lot of people bought that stock back then. So yes, this holding disclosure put a lot of attention on Sound, but the real story isn't about the holdings, it's about the value proposition that Sound offers that markets were simply ignoring, and you needed to have this disclosure for media and the rest of the markets to really wake up to the value here. Let's go ahead and talk the business though. Like many companies that struggled in 2022 and parts of 2023, Sound has been focused on restructuring. If you read over their last earnings reports, you'll find the company has made strategic moves to enhance profitability and focus on its high velocity products, the ones that are performing, such as SoundHound for restaurants. They've been focused on doing more of what works and less of what doesn't. What about specifics, Charlie? Well, they're leveraging their growing bookings backlog of more than $300 million and targeting the reduction of costs by approximately 40% while aiming for over 50% revenue growth. That means they're shooting for massive growth at the same time that they're cutting costs. They did a lot of investing up front to build this business, and now they're trying to reap the benefits of it. We'll see exactly how they did in Q4 and for the overall year of 2023 when they report earnings in a couple weeks. But what we do know is that this restructuring is expected to lead SoundHound towards operating cash flow positivity for that fourth quarter. And if that happens, oof, you should see a nice rally tail in the stock. Okay, Charlie, but all the good stuff aside, what about the risks of SoundHound? Of course, there's some risks. Despite its seemingly promising trajectory, SoundHound faces massive challenges, including an extremely competitive market. To me, it seems hard to believe that an Apple or an Amazon or an Alphabet can't just put in a few $100 million and become a pretty big competitor. And I mean, they're already doing that. They're just not targeting SoundHound's core business, which is targeting business-to-business operations. But I think the more attention SoundHound gets, the more companies will be targeting it and going after it. On top of that, the AI market sees continuous entries from new competitors and evolving products from existing companies, which could also, of course, impact SoundHound's market share and profitability. Of course, at the same time, companies already in the space or entering it could develop superior products or form strategic alliances, potentially affecting SoundHound's ability to attract and retain customers. So far, they're doing great, and they've been able to fight off those attacks. But I mean, at the end of the day, people, new entries to the market, like to copy their model and try to beat them, and eventually that could become a problem. Now, SoundHound also has a bit of a revenue concentration problem. A lot of their revenue comes from a few large automotive manufacturers like Mercedes-Benz, Hyundai, and Honda. Obviously, that's a big threat because all of a sudden, if that industry tanks or they start switching, well, that's going to be a massive blow. I would like to see more diversification of revenue. There's also financial health problems. SoundHound's financial health, particularly its cash reserves and burn rate, is a crucial factor to consider. While we were hoping for positive cash flow in Q4, the truth is that so far, they've been losing money. High burn rates and the need for additional funding could lead to dilution of existing shares if the company decides to raise capital through further equity offerings, and that is not something that you want to see as a shareholder. Dilution tracker shows some 15.8 months of cash left, depending on what they report in Q4. That could be more or less of a relevant problem. We'll see. But if they are increasing the amount of money they're burning through, well, obviously, eventually they're going to have to do an offering, which is not going to be fun. So again, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but important risks to consider if you're playing Sound. So what about Sound's chart, Charlie? Well, my suggestion is to let the current euphoria cycle die off. She is either mid-dip while you watch this video or about to dip huge. Once that happens, she'll go to a bottom within a few trading sessions, and you'll see another rise to new cycle highs, which will be wonderful. That's what she's done historically and will likely do again. I do not believe in chasing. I believe in strategic entries. Sound is a solid company with solid potential, but she's running now based on euphoria, and when euphoria is here, you have to make sure you aren't on the wrong side of it. Anyways, folks, let us know what you think about Sound in the comment section down below. That caps off today's quick breakdown breakdown of SoundHound, the Hound of the Sound. If you appreciated today's video, make sure to hit that ravishy like button and subscribe. We love hearing from you in the comment section as well. And today's video is brought to you by our $200 off sale on ZipTrader U and ZipTrader options when you type in coupon code HEART200 before checkout. We'd love to have you in either of our programs, if not both. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.